this is Nitesh Kumar Bhatia in front of you once again. Students, in the last lectures we have discussed about the first chapter of the class 11, that is the physical world, where we have discussed a lots of things. In the today's lecture we are going to discuss about the fundamental forces, because in our daily life to do our work some forces are required. What are those fundamental forces which may exist in our surrounding, in our daily life, in our nature? So one by one we will discuss about those fundamental forces. I am investing here. The first force is, that is a force of gravitation, means gravitational force. That is a gravitational force. Gravitational force. The next one is the electromagnetic force. The next one is the electromagnetic force. The third one is weak nuclear forces. Weak forces, you may write weak force. Gravitational force, electromagnetic force, weak forces, and the last one is strong forces. Strong forces. So students, one by one we will discuss about the gravitational force and all these remaining forces. So first I am going to give you the idea about the gravitational force. What do you mean by the gravitational force? Gravitational force. Students, in the lower classes you have studied about the gravitational force is a force of attraction acting between the two bodies. It means that it is a force of attraction. It is a force of attraction acting between two bodies, separated by a distance r from their centers. Okay, from their center. It means that let us suppose that if we are having a body whose mass, a body A whose mass is m1, and another body, let us suppose that another body B whose mass is m2. So these are their centers. So body A is separated by a distance to mass B, and this body B will separated by a distance to the body A. So the distance between the two centers is given by a distance r. So a force will try to attract mass m to this body B towards A, and the body will tries to attract body A towards itself. So both are having the mutual force of attraction. So the mutual force of attraction acting between the two bodies will be directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of their distance. It means that if the masses of the body will be greater, then the force of attraction will be greater, and it also follows the Newton's inverse square law. What is inverse square law? If the distance will be larger, then the force of attraction will be lowered, and if the distance will be smaller, then the force of attraction will be what? If the distance will be smaller, then the force of attraction will be larger. So students, as you can see that when the two boys are holding their hands, so there are the number of boys are 2, so the distance will be less and they are having the most force of attraction. If we are holding a chain of 10 boys, so the distance will be larger and their force of attraction will be lowered. So this is a force of attraction. This is known as a gravitational force. Means the gravitational force is a type of attractive force which acts between the two heavenly bodies or the terrestrial bodies when they are apart with a distance r and having masses m1 and m2, and it follows the Newton's inverse square law. Now we are just moving towards the law of or the electromagnetic force. So students, hopefully you have understood what I am giving here. What is the electromagnetic force? What do you mean by the electromagnetic force? A force which includes both the electrostatic forces. What I am writing here, a force which includes electrostatic forces, and magnetic forces called electromagnetic forces. So what will be the nature and how we can just describe it? A force which includes electrostatic forces. What do you mean by the electrostatic force? Electrostatic force means that a force of attraction or repulsion which takes place between the two charges when they are at rest. Let us suppose that this is the charge Q, okay, and this the charge Q1 and this the charge Q2. Both are at rest. So as we are knowing that the charges of two types, positive and negative, so there may be the four probability. Q1 will be positive and it will be also positive repulsion. It may be positive, it may be negative. So attraction, it may be negative, it may be positive attraction, and both will be negative. So there will be the repulsion. So a force of attraction or repulsion act between the two charges when they are at rest is known as the electrostatic forces, whereas the magnetic forces is the force of attraction acting between the two poles of the magnet. As we know that same poles, we can say that same poles have the repulsion, same charges have the repulsion, whereas two different poles or charges have the attraction. Okay. So what may be the characteristics of the magnetic forces? Magnetic forces, same poles, repulsion will give the repulsion, same poles will give the repulsion, and opposite poles will give the attraction. Okay, and it will also follows Newton's inverse square law. It means that F is directly proportional to 1 upon r square. It means that when the distance will be larger, force will be smaller, and if the distance will be smaller, then the force will be larger. So here we have discussed that a force, whenever a charge will move, there is a magnetic force will develop, and due to the magnetic force, there is a magnetic field will also arise. So here I have written that a force which includes electrostatic forces and magnetic forces called the electromagnetic forces. It means that if there is a charge, it will have the electrostatic force, and if there is the existence of electrostatic forces, there must be the presence of the magnetic forces. Okay, students. So here one by one we have discussed the gravitational force and electromagnetic forces. Okay. Now we are moving towards the weak nuclear forces. Students, what do you mean by the weak nuclear forces? A force of attraction which acts between the two smaller particles. Third one is weak forces. Weak forces. A force which causes, a force means that is a attractive force. An attractive force which causes the interaction between two small particles one another and bigger particles, this atom called weak nuclear forces. Okay, so the force of attraction which may causes the interaction between the two small particles to one another and the bigger particles, means atoms, is said to be the weak nuclear forces. And as we know that the weak nuclear forces, here the thing which may strike in our mind each and every time, that the weak nuclear forces is 10 to the power 26 times stronger than gravitational forces. Greater than. Now we are just moving toward the strong nuclear forces. A force of attraction which acts between the within the nuclei, by which a nucleus can hold or bind the neutrons and protons within it. Here I am writing strong forces. Strong forces. A force of attraction within a nucleus with which it holds electrons and neutrons within it called strong nuclear forces. Okay, it means that the force of attraction with which the electrons and neutrons are attached to the nucleus is said to be the strong nuclear forces. So students, in this lecture we have discussed about some of the fundamental forces. First one, the gravitational force. Next one is the electromagnetic force. Then the weak nuclear forces and strong nuclear forces. So hopefully you all have understood. Please go through the video. If you are still having any doubt, you may ask to me. Students, have a good day.